Hi, Rob Coate-Williams from Rob's Country. More and more I'm finding that people are talking about the advantages of using BioBrew. Here's a selection of what is being said, and I must point out to you that none of this has been solicited.
BioBrew, that started last year. We had a bit of an issue with our calves, and we had a consultant fellow around, and we'd tried everything. The vet, we'd had faeces samples taken, we'd had blood tests, we gave them vitamins, we gave them B12, we gave them worm drenched them, did them for lice, everything, and nothing was really working. And this guy said, oh, what about probiotics, which we use when we're rearing the calves? And we said, no, yeah, we'll give that a go. And we had this fella turn up, and we gave him to the calves in the water trough. And about a week later, we couldn't keep the feed up to them. They were just going crazy. They were just eating like they'd never eaten before and blooming. So we've stuck with the program, yeah.
So not just calves now, though?
Oh no, the cows get it now too, and this year's a bit of a hard one to tell because it's been such a good year anyway, but our cows have certainly produced a lot better than ever before, and our somatic cells are down in it as well. So I don't know whether it's BioBrew or not, but we're too scared to stop, so it's good.
So how do you administer it?
We just put it in our water trough, so it's pretty easy to do. We've got a Peter dispenser, just mix it up, put it in the water trough, and they get it daily.
Changing feed, we have used Andre's BioBrew, and it reduces the bug flush from pasture into crop, and vice versa. And we find that levels out. We have minimum scares and stuff like that with it too.
I've used other products over the last few years. Being all grass, you're always looking for the edge rather than to bring anything in. You look at that first. And we looked at a number of products, added products, pasture products, add to the pastures, spray products, fertiliser products. We've looked at them all, looked at their cost, and also looked at some of the other probiotics and have used them with varied success, with saying, well, we didn't really get our investment back on them more than that, or it wasn't the investment in them. They did give us a return, but no great return. There's got to be a better return out there. But the BioBrew is just a natural product, and we decided that the opportunity to try a natural product and see if it worked. We've used it for 2 seasons, last season on the cows only, and we've found it to be, we've got no specific evidence, we've got no trial evidence, we haven't done half the herd or anything like that. We can't. We're a one herd operation. That's what it's set up to be. So it's just anecdotal evidence on what we get from transitioning on to our pastures in the spring. The cows going from new grass to old pastures. They all seem to be smooth. There doesn't seem to be any issues as far as they're relaxed. The cows are relaxed and calm, and that's the biggest thing that we've seen.
What about the calves?
No change in our system. That we were weaning virtually, or our weights were about 10 days ahead of schedule. With the problem that I couldn't get them to eat meal, they weren't eating their meal.
We're mixing different chemicals and a product called BioBrew with ureas and other products, and we've got a product that we put out called Home Brew. We sort of started playing with it 2 years ago, putting it around the Tyree. We'd put a bit in the truck and go and do a bit in a few different farmers' paddocks, and then so have a look at that, see what you think, and come back to us. And the follow-on work from that has been impressive, and the repeat customers are coming back all the time. Certainly have done no complete trial work to verify some of the results, but visually they're there, and the farmers we're doing it for are very happy. I'm not a scientist, don't want to be, but if a client wants to use a product, we're certainly there to put it on, and it's very encouraging, and it's got more and more.
So the guys are actually getting better production and paying you less?
That's right, yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, we're busy enough anyhow, so It certainly comes in at a realistic cost, and we're up there producing really good grass quality and growth. And I think now with the regional council around here have said that the boys in the Torre will only use 10 kilos of urea a year. It's certainly going to be options for other products.
So basically your home brew's boosting that, but using a natural means.
That's right, yeah. And it's just sort of not being organic, but being less or more pasture friendly on things, and cutting back urea rates, and mixing products together. And we can mix and match how much urea a farmer would like, and add BioBrew and other products together, and get different results, or whether you're a sheep farmer or a dairy unit or a beef grazing guy.
And it's saving them a few bucks a hectare.
Yeah, it's very economical. It's probably 30 to 40% less per hectare, and it's easy to do, clean and efficient, and yeah.
The health issues with these calves, there seems to be more and more bad bacteria around every year. They seem to have a different name for different bacteria every season. Either that or some of the samples come back that are non-conclusive, so they don't know what's wrong with them.
So how do you combat that?
Basically, we use the BioBrew of Andre's, and the idea is to put the good bacteria in the gut before the bad bacteria get a hold.
Because 500 calves, that's pretty intensive.
Not as intensive as it sounds. Most of them are undercover. Yeah, it's not that bad. We've got a reasonable setup. All the milk is pumped around the sheds, and Brenda looks after the calves in the sheds.
And obviously cleanliness is pretty high on the priority.
It is. We're not excessively clean with disinfectant, because we just don't have that many health issues with this BioBrew.
Do you have to be careful where you're buying from?
Oh, definitely. Yep. If we have trouble with people's calves, we don't tend to go back anymore. A big problem with calves is to make sure that they get 2 litres of fresh colostrum in that first 6 hours. And I would prefer, I've been trying to get our guys onto giving the calves, say, 20 mils of BioBrew with that first feed.